Hello, fellow fans. I'm Mark. With me is my co-host of hopefully a zillion episodes, Brian. What up, Brian?
A zillion's a lot.
Is it Brian? Am I asking too much?
Maybe.
Welcome, everyone, to UWF on the Chip and Company Podcast Network. On the last episode, Brian and I united to pick our favorite year of 2000 cinema. And if you love that, fear not, we did the 90s and the 80s. On this week's episode, Brian and I unite for round one of Best TV Intros. Now have your speakers turned all the way up for this musical episode on UWF as it starts now.
All right, let's do this one last time.
Truth is, I am Iron Man.
Football is life.
I solemnly swear that I am up to no good.
X never, ever marks the spot.
Is Star Wars the one with the little wizard boy?
This is the way.
Avengers! Assemble.
Ah, chills. Literal chills.
Hello, fans. Thank you all for uniting with us as we talk about all things fandom. Please give us a rate or review wherever you listen so we can unite with more fans out there on the Chip and Company Podcast Network. Follow UWF on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and now Discord to have more fun with us. Brian, hello. Hello there.
Hello there. Yeah, Discord.
Brian.
Discord's been fun.
I know.
Love to get a little more interaction over there.
Friends, we have a section to hear your hot takes, to hear your thoughts on our hot takes, suggestions for Random Rushmore, and your suggestions on episodes. Brian and I will happily talk back with you. Coming up, Brian, is a very, very big football game. Some might even say a super big game. Are you interested in the Super Bowl?
I mean, I'm always interested in the Super Bowl. So I'm interested in rooting against the Chiefs.
Oh. Let me ask you this. Are dynasties good or bad for sports?
I think they're good. I mean, it's always fun to... I mean, they're not bad considering how long the Patriots were what you would consider a dynasty. I understand in the middle of that they had 10 years where they didn't win one, but it's not like viewership was down because of the Patriots. So viewership's at an all-time high, and I don't even think Taylor Swift's responsible for that.
Yeah. I think it goes back to people wanting to see these teams fall, but man, did I hate hearing Patriot and Alabama fans say, "Oh, just beat us."
Yeah.
Throw something through the window.
What I can't figure out is why the country has turned on the 49ers like all of a sudden. Is it just simply because they beat the Lions? Is that like the only reason?
I think that's, I mean, who knows this why, but me personally, I wasn't high on them, but for me it was, the Lions were the feel-good Cinderella story. And unfortunately the 49ers were the team to beat them. So, had it been the Chiefs who beat them, the Lions, then I just would have gave the country more reason to hate the Chiefs.
Yeah, it's weird. It became a I hope both your teams lose situation really fast, and I don't feel like the Niners have earned that. It's odd.
I don't think they have. I used to have a grudge against them when Jim Harbaugh was their coach because I did not like their swagger and they did some shady stuff against the Saints back in the day. That was my grudge with them. But other than that, I used to enjoy watching Steve Young and Jerry Rice back in the old days, back in the 90s football.
Good morning. I'm Wilfred Brimley, and I'd like to talk to you for a few minutes about diabetes.
Yes. Oh, shout out to Patrick who asked what Discord was, even though he's one of our younger listeners. So I got to pull a Wilfred. Why can't I say it? Wilfred Brimley on him. So, but anyways, Brian, do you have a prediction for the Super Bowl? Besides an amazing halftime show from Usher.
49ers.
Don't say 49.
27. Chiefs 24.
I think it's going to be Chiefs 31, 49ers 24. and it's going to be a boring game with a.
I don't think you can get to 55 combined points and be a boring game.
I think it's going to be a boring first half with a scoring second half.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I'm going with it. So, but who knows? Could be fun. And also, Brian, Random Rushmore.
The game where everything's made up and the points don't matter.
Oh, song's over. I always just get so motivated by it. Brian, I feel like we're going to hear that song possibly in an episode. Who knows?
Coming weeks.
So I thought of 2 random Rushmores. Are they random? It kind of has to do with this topic. But I was going to ask you, what Pro Bowl events does Brian want to see, like games to have grown men do? Or I want this one. I want to hear Brian's Rushmore 4 acts that he would love for a halftime show. What would be the perfect Brian halftime show?
Just put out a bunch of podcast people. Two Bears, One Cave, Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer, excuse me. No, I would go. This is a bad question for me because.
Do you want to do the NFL skills game then?
No, because I don't know those either. I haven't watched the Pro Bowl. I mean, the dodgeball's fun. I want Blink 182 to do a halftime show. I think that would be really fun.
Ooh, we could do. What if we did like a kind of a mashup of Blink and Green Day and kind of like that vibe.
Just when we were young at halftime.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Blink. I'll go with Garth Brooks. I will go with let's go Ja Rule. That'd be fun. A little Fire Fest at halftime.
Yeah.
And I will go with Mouse Rat. The halftime show is not for me.
Candles in the wind.
The halftime show is not for me. Let's just leave it at that.
You're not going to watch Usher?
I'm fine, but I haven't listened to Usher in 15, 20 years.
Let it burn, let it burn.
Yeah, that song's like 23 years old.
I know. It's celebrating an anniversary, and that hurt when I saw that. All right. Well, that's Brian and mine's picked.
Well, what's yours for?
I would go Foo Fighters. Green Day. They just had their new album, so I would love to see some Green Day.
The Red Hot Chili Peppers?
No. I don't know if this is going to get people mad at me, but I've never really been big on the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
How can you like the Foo Fighters and not like the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
I mean, their drummer is talented as hell, and
Will Ferrell?
I hate that. No, that was pretty funny though. When they had a little drum off. Maybe Kenny Chesney. Maybe
Kenny be fun. He's kind of the new Jimmy Buffett, especially now that Jimmy Buffett's passed away. Like Kenny's kind of the new Jimmy Buffett, Margaritaville guy.
Yeah.
Did I say Garth Brooks? If I didn't, I think I did.
Yeah, you did. You took Garthy.
Shania Twain.
And then, man, I would love. No.
Eminem is my best answer, but he was kind of there last year or 2 years
Yeah,
ago.
he was kind of there. So that's just it. I almost said Snoop Dogg, but he was already kind of there. So
speaking of Snoop Dogg, did you know he has a new film on Amazon Prime?
What?
It's called Underdogs. It's like he has to do community service, so he goes and coaches a bunch of rowdy peewee football players. It's like rated R Mighty Ducks for football.
I think I might watch that.
Starring Snoop Dogg.
As soon as you said rated R Mighty Ducks, you had me.
Well, that was the last thing I said, so it's a bummer it took that long.
Actually, for my last one, I know Elton John just retired, but if he didn't want to do it, then I would probably say Queen and Adam Lambert.
Our musical tastes are very different.
I'm just picturing what would put on a great show.
No, that's fair.
It's Queen.
It's Vegas. I'm shocked we're not getting U2 again.
Oh man, that was a good show.
Or the Grateful Dead are taking over the Sphere when U2 leaves in May.
I saw that.
But that would be a very bad Super Bowl halftime show.
I did see someone walking around with the Bears from the Grateful Dead, and
do you like the Grateful Dead?
I'll listen to them.
You doing a little bit of acid on your side?
But here's the joke was that somebody said, "Oh, you have a really cute Care Bear tattoo."
Oh yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, man, that was real awkward. But anyways, Brian, we're gonna head over to the Disney corner so that we can discuss the new and completed, well, season 1, hopefully just one season. Percy Jackson just finished up all 6 episodes, and 8. Thank you. I was like, it's 6 or 8. I'm gonna take a shot. It should have been 10, but anyways, 8 episodes. The trio, they were just playing at Disney World, and I just saw nothing but cute, fun times from them, and I've heard great stories. But Brian and I are going to discuss it and find out if it's a rebound for Disney Plus shows, or is it just another trend of kind of anticlimactic Disney Plus shows? Brian, did this one swim or sink with you? See, water humor.
So full disclosure, we talked about doing a full review episode of Percy Jackson. We don't feel like the show gave us enough to be able to do a review episode, so that's why you're getting a shorter review. Not a lot of spoilers, not a lot of anything that's going to be there, so don't worry about that. I thought the show was good. I thought the visuals were actually really pretty impressive, all things considered, on a relatively reportedly smaller budget.
Yep.
I enjoyed it. I thought the actor that played Percy was really good. You're never going to get perfection from child actors, especially kind of on their first go around, but I thought he was good. I thought the younger version of him was really good too. I liked his mom. I loved
her. I thought she was a great mom. I just really fell for her.
I liked Annabeth. I did not like Grover. Grover just didn't work for me. I don't.
Why?
He never came across as wise like he was supposed to be. I think he came across as kind of immature and not knowledgeable.
You and I kind of talked about this. I talked about how the dad in Shang-Chi, he had to be, yes, thank you. He had to be a man beyond his appearance age, and he even had that line with the older looking gentleman who said, "You better watch how you talk to me, young man."
Mm-hmm.
And that just was like, whoa. So that's kind of what he had to go to. I really like the actor, but having rewatched a couple bits and pieces, I can't disagree with you that he should have tried to kind of act wiser and a little beyond his years. Having said that, you know me, I usually have a problem here and there with child actors taking me out of the moments, but Walker Scobell, who played Percy Jackson, I thought did a great job. Leah Jeffries, who plays Annabeth, it took me a couple episodes. I think once she actually had a part, besides just kind of be brooding and quiet and judging off to the corner, once she could actually act and do stuff, it was enjoyable. And then Arian, who played Grover, I think there will be season 2. They have to.
I don't want him to be recast. I'm not saying that,
no.
but I need them to just fix the small things I didn't like.
I agree. I dig that. And then can we also do a quick shout out for we needed people to hate the sort of stepdad boyfriend figure for Miss Jackson. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
No, I think it was her husband, right?
Yeah. Can we talk about how Brian, you and I caught it right away. The decision to say this guy is a loser and they live in New York. What did they put on the wall to signify he was a loser?
Yeah, I think we talked about this on an episode where he's got a framed Zach Wilson New York Jets jersey. It made me laugh so much.
Was that dirty? Meh.
I think it was intentional. Shout out to Lance Reddick, who played Zeus in the final episode. He actually passed away almost a year ago now, so it's gonna be the last thing I think we're gonna see Lance Reddick in. He was in The Wire, I think is what a lot of people most know him from. He was also in Lost, a couple of other things.
John Wick.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
How dare you? How dare you
but no, like I think overall, I would love the show to do just a little more background as to what God rules what, because I don't know that stuff well enough to, oh, that's that God. Of course, this is what he's doing. I thought Lin-Manuel Miranda was actually a perfectly cast Hermes. I don't think
that surprised me.
I don't think like Lin-Manuel Miranda usually is feeling himself a little too much for my liking. In this one, I thought he was actually really good. The post-credit scene for the show was funny. Overall, I think Disney did learn. It's silly to say. I think they learned from the Bad Batch season 1. Hey, don't announce season 2 before season 1's wrapped up, because that kind of removes some of the intrigue of the finale. This has to come back for a season 2. I mean, a lot of people watched it. They said the premiere was one of the most watched things in Disney Plus premiere history. I think people stuck with it. I have to assume it's coming back for a season 2. And because I think most people enjoyed it. I don't think it's anybody's favorite thing they've ever seen, but I do think that a lot of people enjoyed it.
I agree with you. I think it has to come back for season 2. It's going to learn. It's going to keep growing. Too many people love it, and this was a great adaptation. They did learn. I will admit, nothing felt rushed to me. The ending didn't feel rushed. Do I think 10 episodes could have been great? Yes, but I think past TV shows shot themselves in the foot with being too expensive, so Disney wanted to play this one a little more careful. So, but they gotta have season 2, right?
There was a lot of concern. There was a lot of concern that it was gonna have pacing issues in the back end. I don't feel like anything was really shortchanged outside of the Underworld stuff. That was maybe shortchanged just a little bit, but not enough that I'm going to be worried about it.
And then shout out to the making of. They did it was about an hour. It was about an hour making of, just behind the scenes stuff. They even went out to Bear McCreary, who did the score for it. I was excited for that. But they got you really invested in the kids, the actors, the delicacy that went into making it, the care and love that went into it. So check out the making of. I know sometimes with Eternals, Marvel's Eternals, watching the making of made me want to go back and watch it, and I appreciated it a little bit more. So for all of you who need more, or just maybe a little more motivation for the show, watch the making of. So I geeked out. You said Lin-Manuel. Shout out to them for using Arthur's theme. Best that you can do. The song that they ended that episode with, and him whistling the New York City song. I liked it. I know. If anybody out there, probably Piano Rob is the only one who's going out there going, yeah, I like that song too. Good song.
To say it was a rebound for Disney Plus, I mean, in my opinion, the last thing Disney Plus did that I watched was Loki, and this wasn't as good as that. But
no,
I would give this a 7 out of 10. I think that's probably about what I would give it.
Here's the thing. This, Echo, and Loki, Disney's doing pretty well.
Oh yeah, Echo. I forgot about that.
Echo. Pretty much for me, Brian, and Mark from Diz Life will know this too. I was excited for this and Willow when they were announced. And Willow disappointed me. They didn't quite know what they wanted to be, and they tried to do kind of what the Dungeons and Dragons movie did. They did not do it well. That movie did it way better. So I was scared how this one was going to go, because I was very excited. But rewatchability, it's there. I'll happily rewatch it again. It's enjoyable. Shout out to the VFX workers. They use the volume, which all you Star Wars fans will know the volume. And there were scenes I thought were real. And then I watched in the making of going, oh, damn, they got me. And of course, now when I go back, I go, oh, yeah. But before, great job.
I didn't know they used the volume. That's cool. That actually makes a lot of sense now that I look back and think about some of those things.
Yep. The volume is a wonderful, wonderful tool that I think is helping visual effects look better. So, but yeah, check out the making of if you get a chance. So, but Brian, long story short, you enjoyed it and you want there to be a season 2?
I do want there to be a season 2. And breaking news from Deadline right now that Succession writer Francesca Gardner is she's among the finalists for the Harry Potter series. I thought it was a done deal. So it's not quite done, but she's going to move from Succession to Harry Potter, which is interesting.
Oh, is this the reboot series where they're going to do one season for each book?
Yeah.
I would rather them do. I'm going to keep it short. I'd rather them do something else like the Marauders or something like that. But HBO and Warner Brothers needs a hit. So, yeah.
Yeah. Personally, I'm fine with this approach. I don't love that we're remaking it so soon, and I think they'll make a few interesting character decisions to send a message. But will I watch it? 100%.
Yep. And then last, but real quick, speaking of Warner Brothers, DC, the Suicide Squad. Why can't I talk? The Suicide Squad kills the Justice League.
I'd be far more interested in the Suicide Squid, but
I know Suicide Squid. It's a hidden character once you kill all of them. The gameplay I've seen of it looks amazing, and I want to play it. Kevin Conroy is back. The late Kevin Conroy is back as Batman. So any listeners out there, let us know what you think of that game. Brian's our usual resident gamer. So yeah, we'll hopefully get some reviews out there for you.
Not from me. I have no interest.
No? Is it because it's DC? Brian's always hating on DC, like our readers or listeners say.
No, the entire always online aspect of the game went down in day one. That was funny.
Oh.
This game has been riddled with problems at every turn. So I'm surprised that ever even came out.
Really? Wow. Okay. That's good.
It was supposed to come out literally 2 years ago.
I'm so out of it with the game world, friends. I just like watching my friends play the games and watching the little in-between videos. Honestly, that's my joy. So, but Brian, this episode is round 1 of us picking our favorite TV intro theme songs. But before we do that, we're going to hear the themes of our sponsors.
Hey guys, Dislife Mark here, and I want to tell you all about the official travel partner here at Chip & Company. Let our good friend Sarah at Destination to Travel help you plan your next Disney vacation. Sarah specializes in planning dream vacations for your family. She's an authorized Disney vacation planner, and she can help with every step of your magical vacation. The best thing is that her services are 100% free. Want to travel beyond Disney? Sarah has you covered there too. Want to find out more? Fill out a trip request form over at the website at Chip & Co. or email her directly at sarahsolberg@d2travel.com. Start planning that dream vacation today. Email her at sarahsolberg@d2travel.com.
Welcome to part 1 of our TV show, best TV show theme park bracket. Mark, we've got 96 teams that are coming to the challenge. This is part 1 of we think is going to be 4 parts. So it's going to be hard. It's going to be fun. Mark, your question to me is always, are we picking the best or are we picking our favorite? For the audience, can you differentiate the difference in your mind what that means?
Yes. Favorite is one that you love, you enjoy, you sing or hum all of it, but you think there's a better theme out there. I wish I could think of an example. Oh, okay. A lot of people know the Sex and the City theme, and that might be their favorite, but I think the Dragnet theme is better. So just because it wins the popular vote doesn't mean it wins the best vote. I'm looking at you, Oscars.
Yeah. So just because Citizen Kane is a better film cinematically does not mean that I like it more than The Empire Strikes Back.
I mean, I guess another example is like 2001 is the best year in 2000 cinemas, but that doesn't mean it's everyone's favorite.
Shout out Patrick.
Or Robert.
Oh, Robert. I'm sorry. Shout out Robert. I need to meet Robert. Sorry about that, Robert. You're the man, Robert.
We love you, Patrick. We love you, Robert.
Robert. Okay. So yes, it's going to be difficult. We talked about how we have 96 theme songs, and you named 2 that we don't even have, Dragnet or Sex and the City. So
shout out.
We have 4 different regions. We have the 80s and 90s, which we're going to do today. We're going to crown the best theme song of the 80s and 90s. Very, very difficult. Animated, game shows and sports themes, and the best of the rest. So if it didn't qualify for any of the other 3 brackets, it's in there. There's going to definitely be songs that we left off. We're sorry. There's going to be, like Mark, for example, very mad at me that Star Trek didn't make the cut. I Love Lucy's not on there. Like, there's things that just...
It's Always Sunny.
It's Always Sunny isn't on there, but I do feel like It's Always Sunny could go up against Curb, and I'd probably pick Curb. But like, it's super difficult. It's all subjective. We understand. It's all just to have fun and create a fun conversation. So if your favorite got left off, A, please let us know. B, what is your favorite? And we'll go from there. We're going to have tiebreaker scenarios. We're going to have all kinds of stuff. How can you let us know? Well, the answer to that question is we're trying to be more active on Instagram and everything. Mark runs those social channels for us. But we're also in the Discord community for Diz Life Podcast. So if you want to share your feedback about the show, stuff like that, we're trying to get that Discord more active. If you're interested in that, shoot a message to the Instagram. We'll get you an invite to the Discord community where you can talk Disney parks, or there's a whole United We fan section in there talking about our shows and just topics and random Rushmores and hot takes and all kinds of stuff. So if you're interested in being part of that Discord community, please let us know. But without further ado, Mark, I think it's time to start the 80s and 90s bracket.
I'm ready. I've stretched. I'm ready to go, coach.
So we have 32 teams. No, we have 24 teams on this bracket, which means that the top 8 seeds get a bye. How the bracket is laid out, if you're really that interested, reach out. We can share it. But I don't think you're going to be that concerned. Getting a first round bye, full house. So the first matchup is we have the A team.
And if you can find them, maybe you can hire the A team.
Mark, do you have a passion for the A team?
I've caught a couple episodes. I even saw the movie with Bradley Cooper and Liam Neeson.
His life, okay. Mark is convinced that Bradley Cooper's character in that movie was just the birth of Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah. A better version. Or not a better, sorry. Rocket Raccoon's a better version of that character.
Fair enough. So the A team is going up against Dukes of Hazzard.
Johnny Knoxville remake.
I was going to say,
Scott.
That was my introduction to the Dukes of Hazzard.
Probably a better one. Although, yeah.
So, Mark, A team versus Dukes of Hazzard. What do you got?
I got the Dukes of Hazzard. It's just such a catchy song. I know the show hasn't aged well at all, but Dukes of Hazzard.
Dukes of Hazzard as well for me. So the A team has been eliminated. Let's move on.
More like the B team. Sorry.
The next bye we have is Growing Pains. So this matchup is going to be Family Matters.
Fond memories of this one.
There's nothing about Family Matters where... What? No. I love the Family Matters, but the Steve Urkel character in general is just an odd thing, especially when he can change his persona to Julia White. Those are some crazy episodes.
Is that his name? His like suave Prince Charming version?
No, that's the actual actor. I don't remember. Remember Urkel's like suave personality.
Romeo or something. Yeah, go ahead.
Is it? Okay. I'm going to play the next theme song. So it's Family Matters versus Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for
Steve Urkel's suave persona is Stefan Urkel.
Oh, yeah.
Stefan. All right, Mark, Family Matters or Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood?
This one hurts a lot. Mr. Rogers.
Really?
Yeah, this one hurts a lot. I hate this matchup.
Mr. Rogers barely qualifies for the 80s. Like it's longer than that, but it fit perfectly within the 80s. So that's why it's here. I'm voting Family Matters. So we've got our first tie break. So how are the tie breaks going to work, you ask? No, we're not going to place a tie break every single time we need a tiebreaker. So we're going to go through the rest of the bracket for the first round, and then we'll call somebody.
I'm actually glad this is a tie so that somebody else can make the hard decision for me.
It's an easy decision for me. So
whatever.
We'll see what's going to go up against Growing Pains in the next round. Next first round bye is Great American Hero. So then our next matchup is going to be Facts of Life.
There's a place you gotta go for learning all you ought to know about the facts of life.
I have zero interest in this song. It's not my thing. These clips are anywhere from 15 to 30 seconds, so
makes you want to be a strong, independent person.
Okay, so that's Facts of Life, and it is going up against the Jeffersons.
This is pretty easy for me.
All right, I'm ready for your vote.
I'm going Jeffersons.
Jeffersons is the winner.
Yeah.
Not a question. Facts of Life is fine, but Jeffersons absolutely takes the cake on that one. Next first round bye is Cheers, because of course Cheers has a first round bye. Our next matchup, we have LeVar Burton and Reading Rainbow.
If you vote for this and not Mr. Rogers, I don't understand you.
Oh, let's put Mr. Rogers against Reading Rainbow.
I thought you were going to do that, honestly.
I should have. I would vote for this over Mr. Rogers. It's no shame to Mr. Rogers, but
I actually think I would have voted for this over Mr. Rogers too.
I love Reading Rainbow. It's up against Three's Company.
Come and knock on our door. We've been waiting for you. The kisses are hers and his. Three's Company too.
I love this one, but I'm going Reading Rainbow.
Reading Rainbow gets the win.
Yeah.
All right. In the 90s, our first round bye is Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Actually, hang on. Go back to Family Matters and Mr. Rogers. Give me a second. Now I've had time to think about it. Give me a second.
It's the piano for me.
I'm going to go Family Matters for the win, but I think this is a case of Mr. Rogers is a better intro, but favorite, I'm going to go Family Matters. So Family Matters for the win.
I'm going to let Mr. Rogers finish because we're never going to hear him again. All right, Mr. Rogers is eliminated. So we made it through the first round of the 80s without a tiebreaker. Are you sure you want to do that to yourself?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
I love how playing Reading Rainbow is what convinced you didn't want to vote for Mr. Rogers.
Honestly, it was the matchup of Reading Rainbow and Three's Company that helped me with it. Yep.
Family Matters versus Three's Company, you also still vote Family Matters, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So even if that was switched up. All right, Fresh Prince has a bye, which means our first matchup in the 90s, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I have a hot take, Brian. I like Angel. Thank you. I like the show Angel over Buffy.
I'm spinning a lot of plates here. You like Angel more than Buffy?
The show, yeah.
Interesting. That's interesting.
I know.
Angel or Bones? just because it's the same guy.
Bones was fun, but I preferred House to Bones.
Really? I like
We're
Bones.
getting way off topic, but yeah.
I mean, we're not, though. We're talking TV
That's
shows.
true.
Buffy the
That's not
Vampire
random.
Slayer is up against All That. I'm casting my vote now, and it's for All That.
Filmed at Universal Orlando.
What are you voting for?
You got to go All That.
All right. Next first round bye in the 90s is The Golden Girls.
Yes.
So it is going up against the winner of Law and Order. When you talk iconic, I mean, Law and Order's got to be it,
This
right?
bass guitar.
Okay. So Law and Order is going... Oh, we got to wait for the saxophone.
Yeah, here you go.
Maybe I cut it. There it is. Oh, it's a clarinet, I think. It's not even a saxophone.
Yeah, I think it's a clarinet.
And it's going up against Baywatch.
Oh, no. Talk about two very different themes.
Baywatch got the edge over Miami Vice. Baywatch is a better song.
See, if the Phil Collins song had been the theme, I would have gone with Miami Vice, but there's another song.
I think I heard the Miami Vice theme was the first TV theme song to reach the Billboard Top 5 or something.
I saw that.
It's crazy.
And it wasn't even Phil Collins. For me, this is a case of the Law and Order theme is more iconic, but the Baywatch theme, I just enjoy it so much.
So which one are you voting for?
Baywatch.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm voting Law and Order. I like Baywatch, but I'm voting Law and Order.
Hang on. Play them real quick. And then Baywatch.
Oh, that's all you get, apparently.
I'm going to stall you by saying I did a school project once where I designed a roller coaster called Law and Order, where depending on which side you went on,
So it's like
dueling
Fire and Ice,
coaster.
Dueling Dragons?
Yeah. Yeah. You either went through a courthouse or you went through a police station. And then the launch started the theme. I'm going to come back to this one. I think I'm going to stick with my answer, but I'm going to come back to it.
Sounds good. Friends has our next first round bye, which brings us to, I can't believe you hate this song as much as you do. I'm going to play it now, Step by Step.
I don't hate it.
You said it made you cringe.
When did I say that?
Let me find it. I said I love Step by Step, so I'm fighting to keep that one. I think the Star Trek theme is boring, which I stand by. But you said Step by Step hurt me.
No. I said
to eliminate
it hurt
is
me
what you
to
meant.
eliminate Star Trek. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Okay, Step by Step is going up against the X-Files.
This is so easy for me. It's X-Files. Family Matters is I love the step-by-step theme, but Family Matters is a better version of it.
I am voting for Step by Step, so we definitely have a tiebreaker situation there.
Yep.
Okay.
Definitely.
Perfect. This is actually going faster than I thought it would.
That's hopefully what she said.
Okay,
Sorry,
so we're going to come back to that one. We might have a tiebreak with Law & Order and Baywatch. We definitely have one for X-Files versus Step by Step.
Yep.
Next matchup, Saved by the Bell gets first round bye. Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill.
Science rules.
This matchup, if we would have had a tie, we would have had to call Piano Rob.
Is he a Bill Nye guy?
I think this one would have Rob would have helped us with the insight on this one. The Science Guy.
It is going up against Seinfeld. When you talk iconic, sure, but I don't care for Seinfeld.
I'm going for the Bill Nye intro.
I'm voting Bill Nye as well. Seinfeld is going to be allowed to finish, but it is eliminated. Okay, we're back to Law and Order versus Baywatch.
Can I get it one more time?
Apparently, I can't click in that spot of the window. I like Baywatch. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
It's like pure motivational '90s like workout montage.
Yeah, you could see Pamela Anderson running across the beach in your brain.
Oh, I was thinking of the Hoff.
Two very different situations, but I suppose that's true.
I mean, they ran together.
Yeah, they did. They're both attractive in their own right. Zardu Hasselfrau.
Here's the thing. I will. Now that I just thought about it, I was going to say originally I wouldn't be mad whichever one the tiebreaker person voted for, but then I said I feel like I'd be a little upset if Law and Order didn't win, so I'm going to go Law and Order. But I would have been I would have been no, Law and Order, final answer. But I will fight you on the other one.
Okay, so we only have the one tiebreak at the moment.
Yep.
So let's keep going to see if we get another tiebreaker before we get to it. But we will place a phone call for the tiebreaker when we get to our matchup, because it doesn't matter what wins, because it's going to lose the friends probably. Anyway, okay, so now we are at Full House. The number one overall seed for the 80s. So also shout out to Ryan, listener of the show, Ryan. He's the one that helped me create most of these matchups and seedings and stuff like that. So if you're mad, also include Ryan on that. Okay, so Full House is going up against the Dukes of Hazzard. I'm going to let it play because you can cast your vote, I'm sure.
Such a good song, but Full House.
Full House is the winner. So long to the Duke boys. All right. All right, next matchup is Family Matter. You're sure you're voting Family Matters over Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood?
Yeah.
This matchup's brutal. So it is Family Matters. And it is going up against, in my opinion, the most premier 1980s theme song that ever existed, in Growing Pains.
As long as we got each other, we got the world spinning right.
You and me, we gotta be.
I'm fully ready to cast my vote, and it is for Growing Pains.
We're gonna need a tiebreaker.
You're voting Family Matters, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But I won't be mad whichever one wins.
But you're voting Family Matters.
Yeah.
You voted against Family Matters at first instinct before, and now it's... Would you have voted for Mr. Rogers over Growing Pains? Or is that really where your Family Matters switch really came into play?
That also came into play because I would have picked Growing Pains over Mr. Rogers.
There you go. So,
yeah.
All right. Sounds good. So then this is what's interesting to me is you said we need to make sure Great American Hero makes the list. I don't even know if I've ever even heard of this television show, but I know the theme song.
Yep. Thank you, George Costanza on Seinfeld.
So this song's awesome. I like this song. This is like prime 80s song, just like Growing Pains was. And it is going up against the Jeffersons.
What
are you thinking?
I'm going with the Jeffersons.
You are?
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. I might need to hear Great American Hero again.
Believe it or not, George.
Man. This song has everything that a TV theme song needs. Ooh, man. I'm going Great American Hero. We got another tiebreaker. Okay, now, Cheers. Which, of course, everybody knows Cheers. But in case not everybody knows your name.
Man, I feel like we're gonna make some enemies on this one.
It is going up against Reading Rainbow. Reading Rainbow.
In the sky, I can go twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book.
What are you voting for? Do you have a vote?
This hurts, but Cheers.
It does hurt, doesn't it?
It really does.
I love Reading Rainbow more than Cheers.
Yep. Me too.
Which might, but Cheers, yeah, it's got to be Cheers, right? That song, that song's amazing.
I love Reading Rainbow.
Okay. Cheers moves on. We love you. Reading Rainbow. Back to the 90s side. Let's get done before we make our phone call. We have Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground is where I spend most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool and all shooting some b-ball outside of the school when a couple of guys who were up to no good started making.
Have you ever heard the full song from the first episode?
I was just about to ask you that. It's like a 5-minute song or something like that. Yeah.
I don't know if it's that long, but it's pretty long.
Yeah.
And it's going up against All That.
Oh, damn. You have to go Fresh Prince, but man, All That still hits.
Yep. We'll give it its chance to finish its clip, but Fresh Prince is going to move on. You're sticking with your Law and Order versus Baywatch pick, right? Of Law and Order? We got to place a phone call for a tiebreak here in just a second anyway, so.
I know I'm going to lose, but I'm still going to stick with Baywatch.
Well, you went to Law and Order, though. You're going back to Baywatch?
Oh, wait, no, I'm going Law and Order.
Okay.
Sorry.
Law and Order
Law
moved
Order.
on. Okay. So it's Law and Order, which we've heard a couple times already.
I'm sorry.
In case you need to be reminded again.
Just think about it. You're launching on a roller coaster right now. You're just searching for justice or law.
Which one's blue? Which one's red? I guess Law is red, right?
Yeah, Law is red. And then at the end, though, so you would enter, say, the police station, but then the exit would be the courthouse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then vice versa. If you do the courthouse, then the exit would be the police station?
Yeah.
All right. Versus the Golden Girls.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down
I sing this song to Brian every time we record.
Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant.
Law and Order, Golden Girls. What do you got?
I'm going with the Golden Girls.
I'm going with Law and Order.
You would.
I am. I have no emotional attachment to the Golden Girls.
I have no emotional attachment to... No, I don't. It's not true.
You don't have emotional attachment to me? That's so sad.
I stopped before I finished it.
All right. Before we make our phone call for the tiebreak, let's go Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Science rules.
I always got to hear science rules. Love that. It's going up against Saved by the Bell.
I just found out that Jim Harbaugh, the former Michigan coach, now Los Angeles Chargers coach, was Screech's cousin on Saved by the Bell, the New Year's or New Class.
Was it even New Class? I mean, he went to the Max. Like, I thought it was just regular Saved by the Bell. I know there's an original one where he also comes to the classroom. I assumed it was the same episode.
I think so. I don't know.
Yeah.
One of them. This
was
one
a
for
handsome
me,
man.
Bill Nye.
Really?
Yeah, easy.
Oh, no. Saved by the Bell for me. Just as easy. All right. Frankie, Kevin, Mark. Those are the top three that have wanted to be our tiebreakers. Who should we call first?
Oh, we need like a random machine that can help us pick this so that it's fair.
While we figure out who we're going to call, why don't you take a moment to listen to our sponsors?
Is Disney World home to you? Realtor Victor Naraki can help make it a reality. Realtor Victor Naraki specializes in making your Disney home dreams come true. Second homes, investment homes, retirement, relocation. With Victor's input, he will show you the home opportunities that you don't get to see as a tourist. Imagine being at the park in minutes, walking around the World Showcase for daily exercise, watching the fireworks in your own backyard, or having Disney Springs as your local mall. Have you ever heard of Windermere, Winter Garden, Horizon West, Dr. Phillips, Claremont, Lake Nona, or Disney's own Celebration and Golden Oak? Victor will introduce you to these communities, which are just minutes to the magic. Stop imagining a Disney life and start living your dream today. Call Victor at 407-340-9375. And don't forget to mention that you heard all about Victor here on the Chip and Company Podcast Network. Head over to celebratingflorida.com and start living your magical life today.
Frankie, Mark. Frankie's 1, Mark is 2, Kevin's 3.
Okay.
Random number generator. And generate. The answer is 2, which means Diz Life Mark is getting a phone call.
Let's do it.
Oh, Mark. All right.
Had one job to do.
He did. All right, here we go. Kevin getting a phone call. Kevin also knows the phone call's coming.
Hello.
Hello, Kevin. This is Brian with United We Fan Podcast. How are you?
Hey, Brian. How's it going?
Great. Can you hear
Kevin.
Mark as well?
Hi, Mark.
All right. So Kevin knew this phone call was coming. He knows that he's going to be a tiebreaker. So, Kevin, are you ready for your tie-breaking duties?
Yes, I am. I'm anxious to hear where you're at and what I'm tie-breaking.
Okay, so we are in 80s and 90s. So first, let's go to our first tiebreaker that's needed, which is the X-Files. Can you hear the music?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So you got the X-Files.
Okay.
And it is going up against Step by Step. Okay, Kevin, what's your vote?
Okay. Oh, God, it's still going. Oh, there it is. Okay. Great. Wow. Both are... This is a tough one. I think... am I doing best or favorite?
See,
Favorite.
Okay, yeah, Kevin differentiating like Mark. Yeah, favorite is the answer.
Brian, normal people.
Yeah. See, I listen. I know what it is. Is it best or favorite? So I think just based on iconicness alone, I have to go X-Files.
Ugh.
Just that airy sound that just like you hear it, you instantly know what it is. Frankly, I think I could say if you didn't tell me that was Step by Step, I could be like, that's some generic 80s, 90s sitcom show. Like could be a bunch of them, like, but the X-Files, you hear that, you know instantly what it is.
You're generic. Okay.
I know.
Like I said, Mark, this is continuing to be that way where my friends side with you and your friends side with me. It's hilarious.
Yep.
Okay. Kevin, the next tiebreaker that you have is Family Matters.
It's the bigger love of the family.
Okay. So Family Matters, and it is going up against Growing Pains. I love this song so much.
You and me, gotta be.
I also love Alan Thicke, so.
Canadian treasure.
Canadian treasure for sure. I think again. Hopefully I will not disappoint Brian, seeing as what he already said he likes. But I think I'm going to go with Family Matters.
Kevin, dude.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you.
We cannot eliminate Growing Pains. If Mark Valentine had answered the phone, Mark, blame yourself. Because I know for a fact you told me on Diz Life podcast recording just today that Growing Pains is your favorite theme song ever. And you just eliminated Growing Pains because you didn't answer your, oh, look who's calling me right now. Let's merge it.
Yeah, merge it. Bring him in.
Hang on.
Thank you, Kevin.
Oh, hang on.
Uh-oh.
Mark, can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir.
Okay, Kevin, can you hear me?
I can, and I can hear Mark as well.
We're about to cause a real problem. Mark, you didn't answer your phone, which means that Growing Pains just got eliminated to Family Matters.
Yes.
This is a tragedy of epic proportions. If ever I regret not having my phone on me, it's right now.
I think we have to uphold the law, and Growing Pains is eliminated.
I think our third tiebreaker, Frankie, he would have also voted for Growing Pains.
I'm
happy to withdraw my vote if you
can't. That's okay. Listen, that's okay. As soon as I hang up, I'm gonna go cry myself to sleep.
Which is the whole reason.
Very somberly to myself.
I needed to hear your reaction, which is the entire reason I merged this phone call. Mark, I will call you the next time we have a tiebreaker, but because you didn't answer your phone, Growing Pains was eliminated, and I wanted you to know that.
Yeah, did you guys ever see the Crying Game? Yeah. Yeah, that's going to happen now.
Mark, we will talk soon.
All right, thanks.
Okay, Kevin. Let's go back because you picked X-Files. So X-Files is going up against Friends.
Oh.
X-Files or Friends. Kevin, I don't think your tiebreaker vote would actually be needed here, but because I'm voting Friends, I'm assuming Mark is voting Friends.
Yes, I'm voting Friends.
Kevin, which way would you vote?
I would vote. I mean, I think X-Files has an iconicness, but I mean, against Friends, just no way. We got to be Friends.
You know what, Brian? We gotta do the Law and Order matchup just out of curiosity who Kevin would have voted for had it ended up being a tie.
Okay. This is why we waited to place our tiebreaker phone calls until we had several to tiebreak. Okay. Law and Order. I also this is actually poetic that Kevin is our first tiebreaker because Kevin was just as passionate about creating this bracket as I was.
I was, yes.
Okay. And it was up against Baywatch. Man, Baywatch is so good. I almost want to change my vote.
I know. See, this is why I had to come back to it.
It doesn't matter though, because we actually need Kevin to tiebreak Law and Order.
Yeah.
All right, Kevin.
Yeah, I mean, Baywatch. So, admittedly, on some of these, it's like you're doing best or favorite, but also it's like, what are you more familiar with? Sometimes, you know, I'm not super familiar with Baywatch on the whole, but like that just sounds so good. But Law and Order, it's just like the fact that it has the original, and then you have the SVU, the Criminal Intent, the new Organized Crime, like bit like remixes of it that like also add to that. It's like you got to put Law and Order through.
Okay, so keep those thoughts in mind with Law and Order because you are now being asked to tiebreak Law and Order versus the Golden Girls.
Thank you for being a friend.
That's worth thinking of you, Kevin.
Down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant.
Kevin, you like the Golden Girls, don't you?
I wouldn't say I'm the biggest fan. I'm aware of the Golden Girls. I think friend of the podcast David is a bigger Golden Girl. I think he's a bigger Golden Girls fan because when we had this matchup, I think he complained about that.
Also, while we're on the topic, get well soon, David. You're dealing with some health stuff, so get well soon.
Yes.
So, Law and Order, Golden Girls, Kevin. Hey, Mark, remember that time I said this was going faster than I thought?
And then I said, that's hopefully not what she said. Sorry, Kevin, go ahead.
Oh, man, no, yeah. Oh, geez. I mean, my heart probably wants to say Law and Order, but my gut probably is going to go with Golden Girls, I think.
Yes,
I think.
Kevin, you're just voting against me. That's all you're doing.
My hero.
Yeah, I mean,
there goes my hero.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know, how, it's hard to even just explain. Law and Order is so good, but I maybe just something with the lyrics part of it. But then I think about, Ted started doing lyrics in Ted for the Law and Order theme, and there's that to consider, but that's not official lyrics or anything. So it does exist, but.
Let's all go to court. Let's go make some law now. Yeah, some law. Ow. I say we go to court.
Yes, let's go to court.
We're a bunch of assholes who take up a whole hallway with our conversation. Hey, you lawyer guys, you don't know me and Johnny are watching you while we're high.
Yeah, I think Golden Girl, I feel like Golden Girls is upbeat, and you're gonna have a good time. Law and Order, you're about to see some gruesome stuff happen, so but it does put you in a mood though, and a mindset with that rock.
That's why it's the perfect millennial show.
Yeah, Kevin, thank you for being a friend as the tiebreaker.
Kevin, we still have multiple tiebreakers to go, so we have.
Oh, amazing! Great.
Do we? Okay.
Oh yeah, we do. Okay, hang on. I need to get back in here. Give me just a second. We have The Great American Hero. This song rules, dude. All right, Kevin. Great American Hero is going up against the Jeffersons.
Going against the Jeffersons.
All right, Kevin, what do you got?
I think. I know the Jeffersons is usually listed as one of the top theme songs ever on various lists, but that first one was. I was digging that first one. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this first one.
Yes, Kevin finally sided with me.
But
go, Brian.
Who made sure this one was on the list? This guy.
You did. Like I said, that's what makes an iconic TV theme song. Is it doesn't even have to be attached to the TV show to have good memories of it. Great
Kevin,
American
I'm
Hero
not
moves
mad
on.
at you for picking this one. I'm okay with this one.
Kevin, the good news is the choice between Reading Rainbow and Cheers has been removed from you. Which would you have voted?
Probably Cheers.
Yeah, okay. Then it was 3-0. So Cheers did advance.
Yep.
Okay, Kevin, as of now, your final tiebreaker.
Oh my God, more?
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
You're very familiar with Bill Nye the Science Guy.
I am very much familiar with Bill Nye.
Kevin.
Versus Saved by the Bell. If I can get there. A lot going on here. What do you got, Kevin?
Bill Nye the Science Guy.
No.
All day.
Thank you. Good job, Kevin. This is so obvious, Brian. You just messed up on this one.
No, I did not. Mark, you should have answered your
Yeah.
phone, man.
Rules.
Okay. All right. Kevin, I think we might just have to call Kevin back rather than re-explain the entire 80s and 90s concept to the next person. Mark's turn might have to wait. Okay, Kevin, we will call you back if we need you.
Amazing.
Thank you for your time.
Hopefully.
Of course, guys. Yeah, thanks so much. Talk to you soon.
See you.
Thank you.
That was fun. Yeah, this is not going fast anymore, and I'm having a blast. Okay, we have Full House. Oops, sorry. Cut it off by accident, but it doesn't need it. And Family Matters, which we played 1,000,000 times already. Full House, Family Matters. Mark, what do you got?
Full House.
Full House moves on. Great American Hero. I love this song, man.
I'm going to go American Hero over Cheers. I know a lot of people are going to be mad at me.
Great American Hero beats Cheers because I'm also voting for that. Let's give Cheers one more play. Sorry, Cheers, you're gone. All right, we got Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground.
Against the Golden Girls.
I'm going to go Fresh Prince.
Really?
But I love Golden Girls.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fresh Prince then advances because I'm also choosing Fresh Prince. I'm going to put you in the most difficult spot right now.
See, both of these songs had audience participation. Like, people clapped during this one, and then when this song came on, the next one, it, like, people did, Bill, 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 Bill. So they had the audience ready. I'm going Friends.
You're going Friends?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I had voted Saved by the Bell over Friends, to be honest. But I'm also voting Friends. We have Full House or Great American Hero. If you need to hear either one of them again, let me know.
I'm going Full House. Just catchiness. Yeah.
Do I really? I think I'm voting for this over Full House. Yep, I'm going Great American Hero over Full House, so we'll need to call Kevin back for that one. Friends versus Fresh Prince. I'm voting for Fresh Prince.
I'm voting for Friends.
Okay. Let's get Kevin back on the horn.
Brian.
Let's get Kevin back on the horn. I hope this is interesting podcasting. I'm having an absolute blast.
Hello again, Brian.
Hello, Kevin. We are down to our final four.
Amazing.
I'm not going to tell you who voted for what. Your first matchup, Full House. Versus Great American Hero. What do you got, Kevin?
I got Full House on that one.
Oh,
that a boy, Kevin, coming through again.
Yeah, I gave you Great American Hero earlier in the round, Brian, but against Full House, you can't vote against Full House.
So what about?
Good man.
Because Great American Hero actually took out Cheers. What would you have done if it was Cheers versus Full House?
Probably Cheers.
Yeah, I thought you might have, but doesn't matter now. Okay, the other one, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Shooting some b-ball outside of the school when a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my name.
Versus Friends. What do you got, Kevin?
This is definitely a tough one. I think I have to go with Fresh Prince on this one.
I'm not mad about it. All
right, Kevin.
Yeah. That was definitely a tough one. That's two iconic ones, but I think Fresh Prince gets the nod.
All right, Kevin. We're gonna keep you here while we vote for the crown of the 1980s versus 1990s. We have Full House versus Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Mark,
we're already going to need Kevin to do a tiebreaker because I know I'm voting for Full House and you're voting for Fresh Prince.
You're correct.
Yes.
What do you got,
Kevin? Go ahead.
I think I'm going to stick with the Fresh Prince on this one. I think Fresh Prince, Will Smith, that rap, that beat, everything. I think that's the iconic. Was that the number one seed of the bracket?
They were both. Yeah, Full House was number one for 80s, and Fresh Prince was number one for 90s. Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yep. Yeah, but man, yeah. I mean, you just hear the Full House song, and you like pretty much everybody can just like either hum along or just like know most of that or picture the Golden Gate Bridge. But yeah, like Fresh Prince with that whole if you consider the opening too, and it like yeah, I think Fresh Prince has to take this one.
Thank you, Kevin.
Cool.
Cool. Thank you, guys.
That concludes bracket number 1 of the top TV show theme songs. And the winner of the 80s and 90s bracket is the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Will Smith and Jazzy DJ
Jazzy. I spent most of my days chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool and all shooting some b-ball outside of the school when a couple of guys who were up to no good started making.
Mark, are you happy?
I'm not mad. I think that was a great Final Four.
It was. That was a blast. I hope you liked it because we're going to do it 3 more times. So that concludes bracket number 1, the 1980s and 1990s. Let us know if your favorite won or if your favorite didn't even make the cut. Again, Mark Valentine, answer your phone, man.
Well, that concludes round 1 of the TV Intros episode. We thank you, fellow fans, for uniting with us. Brian, thank you for joining me. For those listeners who want to get in touch with the show, please do so. Brian, let our listeners know where they can follow us on social media and have more fun with us.
Find us on Instagram at United We Fan Podcast or on Facebook at United We Fan the Podcast. Or again, join the Diz Life Podcast Discord community where we're hanging out.
Yeah, and if you ever want up-to-date reviews, Brian and I do throw them up there on X Twitter. Thank you again, and listen to us wherever you check out your podcast. Till we unite again, fans, don't forget, enjoy some blue pancakes as you watch Percy Jackson.
If anything, I could say that this cat was rare, but I thought, man, forget it. Yo, Holmes